Ever feel like you're doing everything right? Saving, investing, watching your balance inch up, but nothing seems to change. That feeling isn't coincidence. There are hidden financial checkpoints where your money starts quietly working harder, long before you notice. By the end of this video, you'll discover exactly what these milestones feel like, how to recognize them in your own journey, and why your wealth can begin accelerating behind the scenes, even while you're still doing all the boring work. Most people begin their wealth-building journey assuming progress will look like a straight line. You save, you invest, your account grows. Simple. But real wealth doesn't grow that way. It grows in phases, and the earliest phase is the most discouraging. In the beginning, almost all your progress comes from your own contributions, not from your investments. Imagine investing $500 a month, about $125 a week, earning a reasonable 7% annual return. You check your account month after month, year after year, and it barely seems to move. At this stage, growth is mostly invisible. You're doing all the heavy lifting. Every dollar matters, but the returns themselves are small and easy to overlook. This is where many people give up. They feel like nothing is happening, so they stop investing or pull out in frustration. But here's what most people never realize. This phase is exactly where the foundation of real wealth is built. The first milestone isn't a number, it's internal. It's patience, consistency, discipline. It's learning that small actions, repeated over time, compound into something meaningful. Even if your balance doesn't look impressive yet, the groundwork for everything that follows is already being laid. The first milestone you truly feel is surprisingly modest: $10,000 invested. It's not enough to retire. It's not even a down payment in many places. But psychologically, it's enormous. Why? Because this is the moment you prove to yourself that you can save, invest, and stick to a plan. Let's look at the math. If you invest just $50 a month at an 8% annual return, you'll reach roughly $10,000 in about 11 years. That sounds slow, and honestly, it is. At this point, most of the growth still comes from your own contributions. But here's the key. Even if you stopped contributing after reaching this milestone, your money would keep growing. Seeing a 5-figure balance for the first time is deeply motivating. It's tangible proof that the strategy works, that the habits you've been building aren't pointless, that your effort actually matters. For many people, this is the first emotional checkpoint on the road to wealth, the moment that keeps them from quitting before the real compounding begins. After crossing $10,000, the next milestone you begin to feel before you clearly see it is between $50,000 and $100,000. Something subtle changes here. Your contributions are still important, but now your money starts generating meaningful growth on its own. Suppose you continue investing $500 per month at a 7% return. Your first $100,000 will take roughly 7 years and 9 months. Of that total, about $46,000 comes from your own contributions, while roughly $54,000 comes from investment returns. For the first time, more than half of your growth comes from your money working, not from your labor. This is where momentum quietly appears. You might not notice dramatic changes month to month, but you feel it in other ways. Saving feels easier. Confidence grows. Your mindset begins to shift from effort to expectation. Many people underestimate this milestone because they see $100,000 as just 10% of a million. But mathematically and psychologically, this is the hardest and most important phase. Once you pass it, every milestone after this tends to arrive faster and feel more exciting. If this is resonating with you and you want to learn how to reach these milestones faster, hit the like button, save this video for later, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future tips. Later in the video, I'll also share a simple tool that helps you calculate your own milestones based on your savings and expected returns, so you know exactly when compounding starts working in your favor. Once you're past $100,000, the math begins to work more visibly for you. Continuing the same example, going from $100,000 to $200,000 takes about 5 years. Going from $200,000 to $400,000 takes roughly another 5. At this point, returns clearly overtake contributions. Only a small portion of that $400,000 came from deposits, the rest is pure compounding. This is where a real psychological shift occurs. Money no longer feels like something you're constantly chasing. Month after month, your portfolio grows by more than what you're adding yourself. And perhaps most importantly, you now have undeniable proof that wealth doesn't grow linearly, it grows exponentially. This is why many people say they feel rich long before they look rich. Even if you're not withdrawing income yet, you can sense that your money is actively working for you in ways that once felt impossible. Around $650,000, something powerful happens. Your portfolio begins generating income that could realistically cover living expenses in many parts of the world. At an 8% return, that's about $52,000 per year without additional effort. At this stage, freedom becomes tangible before it fully materializes. Losing a job feels inconvenient, not catastrophic. You can explore side projects, business ideas, or even take extended time off. You stop living paycheck to paycheck and start living from options. Psychologically, this milestone is often more impactful than the number itself. You feel security, breathing room, a shift from scarcity to possibility. Finally, there's the milestone everyone dreams about: $1 million. Reaching this point doesn't make you a lottery winner. It's the result of decades of patience, discipline, and consistency. It's proof that the quiet, boring work actually works. For our $500 per month investor earning 7%, the first million takes about 29 years. By now, your money is doing most of the work. Growing from $1 million to $1.5 million requires just a 50% increase, far easier than building the first million from scratch. The mindset shift is profound. Fear of losing money fades. Opportunities become easier to recognize. You stop thinking like a consumer and start thinking like a strategist. Financial independence is often felt long before it's officially declared. Your money has become a silent worker, multiplying in the background and giving you freedom, stability, and peace of mind. A common question is, what about market crashes? What if everything falls apart? The reality is this: if you're investing consistently, downturns actually work in your favor. When markets drop, your contributions buy more shares at lower prices. When the market recovers, as it historically always has, that accumulated exposure accelerates your growth. These milestones aren't just financial checkpoints, they're resilience checkpoints. They prove that time in the market beats timing the market. $10,000, proof you can save and invest consistently. $50,000 to $100,000, the stage where compounding begins to whisper and momentum builds. $200,000 to $400,000. The snowball rolls faster as returns overtake contributions. $650,000. Financial freedom starts to feel real through security and options. $1 million. The mindset shifts from fear to strategy, from scarcity to abundance. The most important insight is this: you feel these milestones before you see them. Confidence, security, and momentum show up emotionally long before they appear on a statement, and that's what keeps people going when the numbers are still small. If this video helped you understand the milestones that truly matter, hit like, share it with someone who's building their future, and subscribe to the channel for more insights on how to let your money work for you. Time will pass whether you invest or not. The only difference is whether you'll feel the quiet power of compounding working in your favor, or look back wondering what could have been. Start small, stay consistent, and watch your money milestones come to life first as a feeling and then as a number on your screen.